Hello, everybody. This is the Jackal's Lair with my buddies, WickdZombiClown and Gamer Z. He has been on a 9-month vacation. How everything been going with you, Gamer Z?
Well, hella busy. I've been progressing a lot in different disciplines and um, studies and shit, and I've had a lot of projects to keep me busy. Um, Eventually, when I get back to YouTube, which will be probably on, I don't know, after summer or something, or maybe during summer, but I just have a lot of events lined up where I can't spend a lot of time, at home. So yeah, it's gotten pretty fun. I've been enjoying myself. I've had quite a few projects I've completed, which I'm proud of, and it just is happiness all around right now.
That's what's up, man. That's really what's up. What about you? What about you, Wicked? Everything been good with you?
Well, I can go into long and funny, sad, miserable life of a pathetic person, but I don't give a fuck. Yeah, everything's going great. Yeah, totally great.
That's what's up, man. I'm not even sure this question is okay to ask live on air, so I'm just going to go to something else. Uh, shit. How's the weed you been smoking?
Pretty good.
Totally not directed to me. No.
Pretty good.
Man, that's pretty good, man. Goddamn, y'all don't got stands with you. Never mind. Anyway, today we are about to look over Coast Eastwood's more epic games store exclusives are coming. Big games not coming to Steam, which that isn't fully true. These games will be coming to Steam after a year of their contract is over with Epic. Now, if you ever notice, all these games that's going to Epic, they didn't just, hey, Epic, can we come to your store? Can I put my game at your store? Did you notice that all these developers only come onto there because Epic came to them with money? So as people keep saying, this is competition. No, this isn't competition. Developers isn't flocking to Epic. They are being bought out. And last time I checked, your competition is not when somebody's trying to buy your customers. It's when your customers willingly go to your competition. There's a difference.
hmm
And
Now, to be fair,
mhm.
I was just gonna say. Now, to be fair, um, it's a relatively common practice. Happens all the time in multiple sorts of sectors of industry and whatnot. Um, I personally,
I'm sorry,
honestly,
man.
I
Your
don't
mic.
have
I'm sorry, bro.
big
Your
is
mic.
all that.
Yo, can you hear me? Your mic is going. Your mic is a little whack, bro. I only heard a little bit of what you said.
Okay, it looks
You keep cutting out, bro.
a little. It should be fine now. So, my anyway, my honest opinion is I don't believe that Epic is super evil. It's just they're starting up a new platform, just like Discord. Except that they're being a little bit conniving and they're being a little bit more of you know what I would call persuasive, but in a negative-ish way. It really shouldn't. You really shouldn't have to take developer deal. It only hurts the developers in the long run. We all know that the longer you stay as to one platform, the less people are willing to play your game. Whereas if you are on multiple platforms, then you are available to more people. So that's my thoughts on it.
But what you're not understanding is the developers don't really care about the people. They care about the monetary gains they can get. Say they didn't have enough of a budget for their game, and the Epic Store goes, "Hey, here's $100,000," like they did with Borderlands 3. Because I think Randy Pitchford said that he couldn't finish developing the game wouldn't have been for the Epic Store or some shit like that. And you got Division taking that money up front because it's a higher monetary game. But then again, I'm pretty sure Ubisoft can give a fuck less if Steam sells their game because they got their own distribution service to begin with. You know what I mean? Hello?
Gamers,
There we go.
oh,
Yeah, I'm fine.
yeah.
I just switched to a better Wi-Fi connection.
Oh, thank God.
Did y'all hear any of
Hopefully.
that? Or,
Yeah, I heard what you said, and that was a good point too.
yeah. And the monetary gain for them is enough to sugar off a few customers and not really care because they figure if their game is as good as they think it is, the customers will flock to whatever platform it's on. It's like the exclusives on PlayStation and the Xbox. Not every game comes out for both systems. Some systems, each system has its own flaws and cons and pros, and game developers choose what system would they want the game primary on. A lot of times we don't even get games on PC because of that reason, because they're console exclusives and shit like that. So the Epic Store coming in, doing their business practices that they're doing, I don't see where people should get too up in arms over it personally.
Yeah, I feel like if you had, I mean, it's one thing to exclude people in terms of different platforms. For example, a console that I need to spend $300 on plus a monthly service or whatever to do, whereas this one is just another platform you have to download, so it's not as big of a deal as I think it is. And Colt Eastwood is, as far as I've seen in this video, is getting really defensive about it. Like his whole facade of a PC gamer looking thing or whatever. Like, yeah, I get it. He plays PC gaming, but he still has a lot of random bullshit he says about PC gamers and PC gaming. It's like he's still picking sides with consoles, and it makes no sense. He's being super childish about it, honestly.
He's white knighting. That's what it is. He's trying to pick a side and stand strong so he can get subscriber base and so forth. Shokyo, the Nintendo Defender, used to do it all the time. So did what's his name? He was a really famous Nintendo enthusiast that Black Bond used to. Dr. Trey. Trey, yeah. And those people did the same thing. They chose a side. They white knighted what they thought was, the superior thing. Or in this case, it's PC gamers not liking the Epic Store and their shady activities. It's our choice if we want to buy from the Epic Store or not. And Yahoos like this just don't understand how limited they are to begin with. If they let the mass market be controlled by one entity, then pretty much you won't have places like Humble Bundle or Green Man Gaming where you can get cheap exclusive deals because you only have one launcher and one platform to buy all your shit from. The PC is about choice. It's about options, about doing what you want to do.
Oh, so excuse me. Ah, shit. So I'm going to start playing the video now.
Okay.
Form DRM with Paramount options and flexibility.
Wow, I'm hearing a double plate. Damn, is it?
Or is it? For decades, consoles have been bordered in exclusive games only available on their proprietary hardware, while PCs afford users with untethered access to their games.
Okay, there we go.
But now, PC gamers are up in arms over the rising Epic Game Store for bringing console-level exclusivity to PC.
Yeah, I don't think we're up in arms about it. I just think there's, people don't want to have to do it, and it's not a big deal.
Yep.
Well, a lot of people, like I said earlier, just don't like the idea of having multiple launchers, even though sometimes we do need competition.
Mm-hmm.
Even if the competition is doing it wrong. You know what I mean? Still.
Yeah. I mean, competition is a great thing, I think. I also believe that the consumers have the choice to pick whoever they want to side with. Like, if they, there's Steam, there's GOG, there's now, it looks like Epic, there's Discord Nitro. I mean, all these other game platforms and stuff.
Oh,
yeah, you can create all the platforms you want, but you have to be prepared for consumers to say, okay, I don't like that, and deal with it. That's about it.
If it was really about money that developers isn't getting too much money taken out, because Steam is like 30%, Epic is 10 or 12. But if you go to Discord doesn't charge the developers nothing.
Yeah, because they're fucking cool, dude.
now see, if it was about the money, you will see Steam and Epic lose a lot of cash because everybody will go to Discord. But it's not about the cash. It's Epic buying the competition. As I said before, if you notice, nobody goes to Epic without Epic offering them money. And at the end of the day, their money is going to dry up considering they only charge 10% where Steam charges 30%. If Steam wanted to buy competition, for all the years they've been collecting 30%, they would have been able to do the same thing Epic was doing. But because they know you don't use money to get your consumers or your products, you let your products, aka the developers, come to you, not the other way around. Which
See, I think you're misunderstanding the whole thing. What Epic is doing, they're trying to not monopolize a thing. They're trying to draw people in with the best games that they know to come out, and they're going to have a big impact. These certain games are, so they just don't buy the competition. They help fund the developers and give them the money and so forth. And a lot of times Epic will let you use your engine if you leave the game for a certain amount of exclusivity. It's like, did you know Borderlands 3, when it comes out, is going to have specific things catered to it that you can buy XP boosts and everything because it was the Epic Store idea to do that.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that's one of the things I've heard.
But I was never hyped for Borderlands at all, so I ain't really follow too much about it. But I heard the person that's one of the developers or the creator is a piece of shit. Yeah, I heard he's a piece of shit.
Well, he did make Alien Colonial Marines, so.
Oh, he needs to die. I really don't normally say this about people, but fuck him. He really needs to be hung by his balls.
Because you know what happened during that game, right? He took the money from Alien Colonial Marines and put it into Borderlands 2. That's why the game is shit.
Oh, damn. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was one of the things that was floating around the internet that finally came out when Sega sued Gearbox over the shitty game.
Like I said, he need to be hung by his balls.
There's a few people I would hang by their balls.
I am about to play this.
I'll hang your balls on my dice.
Hey, this is Colt Eastwood. Thanks for checking out this video. I want to give a little disclaimer before I get started. I play about 90% of my gaming on an Xbox One X and a couple of incredible exclusives on the PS4 each year, and occasionally I play on my PC that is mostly used for graphics and production. I spent the better part of 2 years.
So I'll pause it right there real quick. Hold on.
Mostly on the PC.
Okay, there we go. So I like how he has to defend his opinion because of the way that he plays on specific consoles or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I just a little personal gripe. Like I never really liked people that did that, where they would have to defend their opinion on gaming because they play this, and this. Yeah. Like, you're entitled to your opinion, just fucking say it. You don't have to hide behind a disclaimer saying, well, I play on these, and so I have a valid opinion. It's like, your opinion is about as valid as your logic, and if your logic is shit, then your opinion isn't fucking valid anymore.
Well, it's not even just that. It's just he announces he does those two things on those two consoles for like a shield, basically. He's hoping
Yeah.
to shield himself from people like you and I who see past bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I just never liked that. It goes with any argument, like just a random example, like vegans or whatever who turned vegan, so they used to eat meat, so now they are now woke about the morals of eating meat and how fucking shitty it is or whatever. Like, that doesn't make your opinion valid. So the fact that he puts in like a 30-minute disclaimer, or 30-second, 45-second disclaimer here, it's like a waste of time. Just get on with your opinion and defend it. So.
Yep. You can push the play button.
Oh shit. Okay.
At the beginning of the
There we
Xbox One generation, so I'm approaching this subject as a PC and console gamer. If you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe to the
there
channel.
it is.
I do videos about once a week, so hit the bell if you want to be notified of new content. A lot of people are talking about this subject, so let's get right into it.
Oh, fuck.
Epic Games Store has bred a string of game boycotting on major AAA games on PC. PC gamers are under the impression and devoted to an ideal that they can have their games however they want without restriction. And Epic's game store, owned by one of the world's largest companies, is walling off big games into an exclusivity agreement seen normally on console. If there's one thing a PC...
So why nobody think that's a problem? Things that goes on consoles is for a specific reason, but it's owned by that company. People moved away from consoles to go to PC for the freedom.
Yep, that makes sense to me.
But it makes no sense to me why he's trying to use that as a bad argument.
Yeah, I mean, Colt has a really bad habit of starting off his video. Like, that's what I told...
Conjurers, basically.
Yeah, I told Jackal before this video started that that I can't tell when he's actually making an argument in any of his videos, because a lot of it is just either shielding himself or making non-arguments like this. Like, he's making a video about gaming, and I don't know, to me it just feels like a waste of time to be giving background information. Like, everyone who watches his videos are gamers. They don't need all this extra fluff bullshit. And get with your opinion. Let's get on with it already.
Yeah, especially since for years console players have been arguing and begging their corporate overlords for features and stuff that we take for granted every day on the PC.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep. Alright, we're gonna hit the play button. 1, 2, and 3.
Enthusiast or PC fanboy hates more than consoles. It's having their PC treated like a filthy console. PC gamers believe that...
No. I disagree wholeheartedly that's the... First of all, again, he's trying to speak for PC gamers again, because he's a PC gamer. He gets to do that, apparently.
He's not a PC gamer.
Yeah, he's not a PC gamer. That's the first issue. And the second issue is, just because you're a PC gamer doesn't mean you get to speak for other people. Like I said, I think the majority opinion is nobody gives a shit about the Epic Games exclusivity, because Epic Games, it doesn't cost a subscription to use their service. So as long as I don't have to pay extra to use their service, like I have to do with consoles, like I have to buy a console and then, all this other jack diddly whatever.
It doesn't even become the same premise when you think about it like that.
Yeah, it's literally not the same thing. Now, like, with the argument about, people don't want to have multiple services, yeah, that's, a different thing. That's not like they're scared about their PCs becoming a console. Like, PCs will never become a console. That's just a fucking fact.
Now, what people are scared of is overcluttering their memory with too many launchers that they might not use, but periodically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's the real problem if y'all want to really think about it.
I think so too. I'll start it real quick.
They should have full, unrestrained access to play their games where they want. But if PC gamers want to play Borderlands 3 day one, they have to download and launch from the Epic's Game Store.
I'll stop it. So with this day one exclusivity thing, again, at least it's coming to PC. You can download Epic Games and figure that out. You know, buy it from Epic Games. You can do that.
And Epic Games also syncs up to your Steam library as well.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
I think Steam said they had a problem with that.
They do, but it still does it.
I mean,
you can sign up to your Steam account and get all your friends and shit.
That sounds great to me. I literally have no problem with that. If you want less people to be mad about you having a different platform and selling games and whatever, the best thing you can do is integrate all their shit. That is the number one thing you should be doing, is give them a reason to come to your store, to come to your platform rather, and not feel like they're losing anything from their other main preferred platform.
Yeah, like the NVIDIA game launcher, you can basically log in from your Gmail, Facebook, whatever account that you pretty much want.
Mm-hmm.
And you can still keep in contact with everyone, and it makes you feel like it's
all seamless and integrated. Yeah, it feels nice. And that's a great argument for that. I personally don't care one way or the other about it, but hey, it's hella nice to have everything in one spot. That's an argument used for consoles a lot, but with consoles it's a little different because you don't have the freedom that PC has. You know, even with all the freedom you have on PC, you can still integrate all your shit and it'll be seamless. So if anything, it not disproves, but it takes away from the argument of integration on consoles, because PC does the same thing and you have more freedom. So it's almost a negative on consoles.
Yes, sir.
And it's a nice little feature the Epic Store included anyways.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's about the only thing on their launcher that's any good, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But we'll give it time. Epic Games should be working out some issues with their launcher, but yeah, shitty launchers is not fun.
The problem I have with the whole launcher thing, it's been disproven, I think, by one or two people that it's not spyware. They're now doing the same thing that EA was, checking files that they was not supposed to be checking.
Yeah. So is Ubisoft. They all do the same shit.
I remember doing a video on this software Red Shell where there's just games that have spyware in them for marketing analytical purposes, that a lot of people found themselves like, oh shit, that's in my game, I need to uninstall it.
Yeah.
So
kind of like how most games have the anti-cheat software that's made to spy on you at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, that's what VAC does. That's what Easy Anti-Cheat does. BattleEye does it. I mean, fuck, everyone does it.
So
I
was just Facebook. Yeah, they do. So I was just thinking, God damn it. Outside of people don't like it for spyware, it's just that the store, instead of paying all this money for them to buy games where their developers should be coming to them, I feel that won't you use that money to fix up your store? You see, people don't like it for this, that, and the other reason, A, B, and C. How about you use the money to fix A, B, and C so your consumers be more attracted to come to your store? But I would say it doesn't even have a cart system, so you have to buy each game individually.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to buy 5 games, you have to individually buy 5 different fucking games instead of just click purchase and it goes to a cart.
Do they even have over 5 games off the Epic Store?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
The real question is, does it have over 20 games? Which I think that's a fat no.
Well, that's because they keep getting their Journey's getting ready to go on Epic Store. It was a PlayStation exclusive. They're too busy spending their money to get games on their system or on their platform. think about it.
Oh man, the three hot games that was on PS3 and 4, um, Detroit Could Become Human, Heavy Rain, and
Yeah, Journey.
no, the other David Cage game, Two
Journey.
So Two Souls.
Oh,
Yeah, Two Souls. Those games, a
And
lot of
Flower.
people. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Flower's another game that's coming.
Oh yeah. So they never thought that those games was going to hit PC, and I didn't think Heavy Rain, Two Souls, Beyond Two Souls, and Detroit Become Human. I didn't think that was going to become on PC either, but Epic got it.
Yeah, it's because they're busy spending their money.
Do I think
Yeah,
that it's going to one day hit Steam? I highly doubt that.
it probably never will.
Uh, excuse me. But at least those three games or four, I mean 5 games. I wasn't really counting Journey or Flower because I already thought that was on PC.
No, not yet.
Hmm. But at least those games is finally being able to be experienced on PC. That some people get the chance to try it out.
Yeah, because apparently that game No Man's Sky was more popular on PC than it was on the PS4.
Oh shit. Um,
And that's a horrible game.
it was what now that they did all those updates and brung got some more support that they changed a lot of shit. A lot of people was now enjoying No Man's Sky. That was formerly known as No Man's By.
Yeah,
These
but now,
grandpa
but now
jokes.
people, I know people who are playing back a while back while I was playing Warframe. They were playing No Man's Sky, and they said they loved the game.
Oh, you
It's kind
say?
of crazy. Yeah, they told me they love it.
Wow. All right.
They
Let's
said there's so much in the game. They said they can do.
all right. Let's continue on with this video.
On the outside, most are blaming so-called Steam fanboys for crying foul to Epic, for not allowing them to buy and play on Steam. But this argument has nothing to do with Steam. Steam is the most prolific storefront and game hub on PC with the most features and usability, and Epic has robbed them of their favorite place to play and buy most of.
so he's making an argument for competition, unless I'm misunderstanding that, right? Okay.
He's trying to demonize it. Is what he's trying to do.
Yeah, it it makes us, the way he presents it, it makes us sound like childish bitches who like want games on only platform. It's not like that. Where even I think the majority of people I know don't even give a shit that Epic is doing what they're doing. The problem isn't the fact that it's taking us away from our favorite Lord Gaben, which actually I think that meme died a long ass time ago.
Thank you. Nobody says that shit though, boy.
Yeah, I've literally and I've been off the air for 9 months, and like 9 months ago it was barely a thing. So it's like shit, no one takes Steam that seriously. At least
like
anymore. So
it's like the PC Master Race, basically.
yeah, it literally is not a big deal, and I don't it just, to me, it makes no sense why he is still trying to play this sort of like
Petty
army
fanboy.
politics looking thing where it's like you pick my side or you're the enemy or whatever, and it's just the stupidest childish bullshit I've ever seen. And it still exists. Like, he's still making videos, and so is like a shit ton of other people.
To me, it feels more like it's petty fanaticalism. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
he's
and you can
fanatical about
totally
this
tell.
idea. Yeah, he's just so fanatical about this idea of Steam not even being in existence in his mind that he's just straight balls and cock deep in his Xbox.
It's like he wants Steam to fail, and I don't want anything to fail. I don't even want consoles to fail, honestly. But like, it's so tribalistic. His mentality. It's I don't know, man.
And a lot of people I know, they do like to keep their games in one place. A lot of people that I do know.
Oh yeah.
And Steam is convenient for that.
Hmm.
But that's not the bigger picture. The bigger picture is the fact that this motherfucker thinks that either variety or not having variety is a bad thing. He's so wrapped up in his own delusion of his non-existent PC fanboy war.
Right. It's like, I don't know, man.
And he just wants to use this as a running shell to start something bigger.
And I thought I had no life on YouTube arguing for PC that I took 9 months off. Got him.
Yeah.
And
Pretty much.
he's still on here. Like, is he constantly making videos? Hold on, I have to check this out because, well, he's got almost 60,000. He's got almost 60,000 subscribers, and has an average, at least for his last 2 videos, under 10,000. So, hold on, let me see.
That's as bad as Review Tech USA. I hate that fat fucker.
Yeah, he's fucking pretentious. Yeah, he uploads almost on the weekly still. Like, he hasn't taken a break off this fanboy shit, so.
God damn, he must be gagging on that fucking console dick.
Right? Like, good God. I can't believe consoles are still that popular anymore. Like,
especially since the new PS5 and the new Xbox have been announced to be discless or some shit.
Wow, so they're going hard. So, okay. Huh.
And
I wonder how many people are going to buy that next console and be like, but, remember discs? Ha ha ha. Oh.
Yeah, because the entire last generation, when it came to the new Xbox, they fought Microsoft tooth and nail to keep that disc in that console.
Because that destroys Best Buy and GameStop and Walmart.
Best Buy's fine, Walmart's fine. They're corporations that sell more than video games. It's going to destroy GameStop.
Yeah, and it's honestly, I don't think people bought too many disc games either for the purpose of just getting up and putting discs in the optical drive, because you can literally, it is so much easier to pick up your controller and start your game from your couch, and you don't need the disc in there to do that for some game.
That's how much.
So it's like
that would be such a hassle.
Last time I checked, these games doesn't have unlimited memory.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean games. I meant the consoles. These consoles doesn't have unlimited memory to buy every single game that you want to just have it saved in your console.
It doesn't, but at the same time, we do the same thing on PC. We buy all digital. It is the future.
Well, we able to put big ass hard drives in our computer versus the limitations that console have.
I just mean stuff use more cloud storage.
No, not my cloud storage.
Oh, isn't that something
you have to pay?
Isn't that something you have to pay for on a monthly basis?
No. Sony charges it as in with their PlayStation Plus yearly subscription fee usually. You get that with PlayStation Plus on the PlayStation. Microsoft gives it to you if you have a OneDrive account.
Oh, okay.
OneDrive is shit, by the way. Got him.
It is.
I'm not saying that just because it's a Microsoft product. I'm saying it because it's objectively garbage in every possible way.
So how long? I ain't trying to stay on because I ain't trying to stay on the subject too long because this could be another video. But how for the Sony? How long do you have to have your? What is the longest you can not pay for that service for you to lose all of your data for your cloud service?
Well, when I left console and came back about 3 to 4 years later with the new PS4, all my previous save files that I had were still in the cloud.
Wow, that's actually impressive.
I had downloaded games I downloaded from the PS3 days on my PS4. Movies.
That's impressive that they'll keep data in the cloud that long.
That
Literally,
is considering that Nintendo will drop your shit after a month if you don't renew it.
That's because Nintendo still doesn't believe in the whole count system. It believes in a full service. Nintendo doesn't assign you accounts. Accounts are easier to manage than what Nintendo is trying to do.
Oh, okay. What about X? Does anybody know about the Xbox?
Xbox is the same way. You have your Microsoft account, which could be transferred between your PC, your Xbox, so forth. I've rented. I brought the movie Monsters Inc. off my Xbox, and I can play it on my PC all I want. When it comes to movies and digital media like that, it's usually transferable. I got one of my games I brought transferred over to the Xbox, so I can play my Horizon 3. I didn't have to pay for it twice.
Yeah, I think that's the reason Xbox doesn't really have anything called exclusives anymore. As long as you have a PC that's running Windows, you can easily download it from the Windows Store or whatever.
Okay, cool. Let's get back to this video unless somebody else has something to say.
Yeah, sure.
Alright, cool.
Their games. This is a massive diversion effort from rallying.
Wait, hold on.
PC
I want to go
gamers
back a little bit
hiding
because I
behind
totally
a
forgot
love
what he was talking about.
the most prolific storefront and game hub on PC with the most features and usability. And Epic has robbed them of their favorite place to play and buy.
First of all, hold on.
games.
Whoa, he's got. Hold on.
a
I want to pause this shit. He's got 62 games and he calls himself a PC gamer. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to like gatekeep or anything, but I have to say that because he's making such strong claims as a PC gamer that he claims to be, which again, I don't want to say like he's not a true PC gamer, right? I'm not like that. But I think it's just funnier. I have more games than he does, and he's calling himself even more qualified as a PC gamer than a console gamer. To me, it makes no sense.
How many games you got?
I have right now I have 405, but if I go to my profile, it says something a little different. Let me see. On my profile, it says I have 390. So yeah, almost 400 games.
God damn.
I have 241 games on my Steam account, and I have 17 pages from Humble Bundle that I haven't really got the codes for yet.
I have 155.
I only joined Humble Bundle like 3 months ago, 4 months ago, so I've only just started reaping in the benefits of their crazy ass fucking deals. So
I know they give you so much shit.
It's so cool. Like this month, I got I have to just go down to my. It's gotten to the point where I have so many games now. I literally have a category for not new games, and then anything else that I just get goes into this massive games that I haven't played category, and it just keeps mounting on. Like, I got Absolver, I got Earth Defense Force. Let's see. I have Observer, Paradigm, Rapture Rejects. I don't even know how the fuck I got that game, but I got it. Regions of Ruin was, I think, another one off of Humble Bundle. Like, crazy. Anyway, I just had to bring that up because I thought that was kind of funny.
Most of their games. This is a massive diversion effort from rallying PC gamers hiding behind a love for Steam. Because true PC gamers know that Steam is just one of the main launchers they rely on to play their entire game library. Uplay, Origins, Battle.net, GOG, Windows, and now Bethesda's launcher is planning to release their big games on their store.
Hold on for a minute.
PC.
Okay.
He can't announce Origin in any reprehensible words whatsoever because Origin is complete shit.
Yeah, I think that's a very universal opinion. Everyone who's on PC is like, if there's any launcher to hate or to string by the balls, it's going to be Origin, period.
Did you hear what they did to Anthem, though?
What did they do to Anthem?
Man.
They paid the fucking BioWare staff for 7 years of work. And BioWare never worked on Anthem once. in the whole entire 7 years, but maybe 3 times. There was a point of where the project was going through developers, and developers had no idea what they were developing for or what they were designing the game for.
Damn.
They took out
Yeah.
the flying mechanics multiple times because they didn't know what the fuck they was doing. Like, now
Yeah.
we should have this in. Let's take it out. And then when they put it in the big ball saying, yo, this is not what I was hoping. What the fuck is this? Then they added back in.
And then
I
EA
think
gives
that's
them
funny.
another year to develop the game a little bit longer. And that's what we got, was the big pile of shit known as Anthem. So Origin should not be included in his idea that all the companies are releasing their own games in their own service because they're shit.
Yeah, Origin isn't even taking 1% of the fucking population. There's no way. Like, that shit sucks. It's so bad.
As he talk, I just want y'all to carefully listen. The words he keeps avoiding: first party and multiplat. He keeps avoiding
yeah.
to use those words on purpose, and that keeps aggravating the shit out of me. Let's keep going.
Mhm.
Push the play button.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Exclusives are truly a reality, but the problem is, they've been there for years. Uplay, Ubisoft's PC launcher, has had games exclusive to their store that rarely come to Steam.
Hold up for a minute.
Although
I play the Division 2 on Uplay all the time. There's not a fucking soul in that game on the PC version.
Yeah.
It's like Uplay can't be counted either because no one buys their games from Uplay outward.
Yeah. The only games I have on Uplay are Watch Dogs, which was a fucking mistake.
And maybe Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, I only have Assassin's Creed Origins on there because I got that as a early Humble Bundle.
I was told by someone on Uplay this game's only good to play on the console, Division 2.
Yeah, I wouldn't even play it on the console. I don't find it that interesting.
But it's just the fact that he's trying to consider Uplay a viable contender for Steam as well when it's not. No one really buys games off Uplay.
Right, yeah. Like, his entire argument hinges on there are options out there, but PC gamers are apparently too much of a crybaby to leave Steam because I'm misrepresenting a whole fucking population of gamers.
And I bet you the 90% of people that even have Uplay downloaded on their PC is because they brought the game from Steam and they had to take Uplay along with it.
Yeah, oh my god, I hate that shit too. Honestly, with those kinds of games, I might as well just buy it off of Uplay. Like, why would you put it on my Steam account so I have to get a fucking Uplay account to play it? That's how I got Watch Dogs, was I have to play it on Uplay because I had no idea. I thought I was going to play it on Steam, but no, it just fucking take it off of Steam and put it on Uplay.
Yeah, I learned my lesson the hard way too, so it's the same game,
Yeah.
actually.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but he was using the word exclusive. That exclusive has always been on PC. You can't really count a first party title that belongs to EA and Ubisoft and exclusive. You can't really count that.
Well, you can, but it's like counting assholes of virgin women. You're not going to find many virgins.
Right. Yeah, it's different. There are different kinds of exclusives. There are, if Nintendo makes a game, and I've said this before, where if Nintendo makes a game and then they make a platform, they're allowed, in my opinion, to
keep their own games.
Yeah, to keep their own games on their own platform. Why the fuck would they be forced to put it on other platforms? That is like almost borderline gaming communism. So, like, that's a big no-no from me. So
yeah, I feel like he's trying to tell developers what they can do in this sense.
Yeah, I don't know. His entire argument is like hella weak. Again, I have no idea. He bounces from left and right a little bit in all of his arguments that I've ever heard, and it like becomes you watch a video and you have no idea what he just said.
I'm getting to that point of this video where it's like the person sounds like a little annoying peasant bitching about the mighty PC cognate that is the master race, and he just keeps jumping back and forth because he's dumbfounded that he can't get no real accusation of why the Epic Store is so bad or whatever.
Yeah, and it's only been 3 minutes into the video, and he's still he spent the first minute and a half explaining why he has the right to shit talk PC gamers, and he spends the next minute and a half shit talking PC gamers.
Yeah.
And like none of us are doing that. So
it's just
like I'm just excited to see the rest of this video. I kind of want to speed through it a little bit though, because I don't want like Jackal's recording to get too long.
Oh, no, that's cool. I gotta edit some shit out anyway.
Alright, fair.
Alright, let's hit the play
If
button.
you do buy them on Steam, they still need to launch the Uplay store. Same for
Yeah, and
Origins,
that's bullshit.
the storefront for EA. We understand that you want your PC games in one place without having 8 different accounts tied to separate logins and verifications. And placing 30 or more game shortcuts on your desktop is not a viable option. But most games can be
shut the fuck up. No. Desktop icons are literally the solution if you don't want to go and start a bunch of shit like with your Uplay or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like put your favorite games on your desktop. That's what they're there for, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that way you don't have to navigate through Steam or Uplay or Origin or whatever. That's what they're there for. You double click and it starts the game for you.
That's the only reason why PC has shortcuts for.
Exactly. Like my shortcuts, there are so many right now, and actually I don't see a single game on it right now. Actually, there's a lot of tools and software on it, but no games. But but still, like that's the reason they have shortcuts. Is all your favorite stuff goes on your desktop, whatever you can fit, and then you search for whatever you don't need or whatever you need at the moment, but you can't find it on your desktop. Like,
yeah, because like if you think about the console menus are so fucking clunky at times.
Die.
They are. They're so clunky.
Yeah.
And this motherfucker's acting like it's a bad thing that PC has this wonderful flexibility of being able to create shortcuts in my space. And
right.
Suffering, did you give this guy some of your Kool-Aid?
No.
Sounds like you did.
Fuck you.
Nah, it wasn't Kool-Aid. It was Crystal Light. The shittier Kool-Aid.
That is some shit.
I didn't think you could afford Crystal Light.
Wait, Crystal Light's more expensive than Kool-Aid, and it still tastes like garbage?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Hello,
Yeah.
how much? I mean, I know this is off topic. How much is Kool-Aid versus Crystal Light where you at, Gamer Z?
Kool-Aid is like, I think when I saw it, I'm trying to think. I saw it once for like $7.99 for like just the tropical, drink mix looking thing. But it was like 82 ounces, so that's the thing. I think the 20-ounce one was like $4, $5. But Crystal Light is for like a 20-ounce jar is like $7. So, whew.
Oh, I was talking about like the pack, like the Kool-Aid packs versus the Crystal Light packs.
Yeah.
Oh.
Kool-Aid pack's like $1.69.
Oh no, those are still like $2.30 something. It's because Oregon doesn't have any sales tax and people want to make more money off of it.
Oh, you're from Oregon. Oh, you can go to dispensaries.
Yep. Not yet, but yeah.
You're not old enough yet.
No, you got to be 21.
Damn, I'd be happy. I'll come shack up with you for a little bit. You got no problem with a 34-year-old man living in your house.
Bruh, I've already got too many people living in the house. Like,
that's
my
okay,
room.
Man, I'll bring you plenty of pussy. You ain't gotta worry about it.
You can live in the RV outside.
That's fine. I'll bring you a different girl by every night and drop her off at your door for you.
I think his parents will have a huge problem with it.
His parents don't need to know, man.
Yeah, just go in the shed. Like, we never go in there. Spiders and stuff. You can make friends with those.
But anyways, I don't mean to keep getting us off topic here. We're complaining about what's this guy's name?
I totally forgot what we complained about too. Let's
Coast
just
East.
keep going.
Link to launch from Steam, but this doesn't solve the problem. You'll still be able to enjoy some of the features Steam has since
Hold
it's
up for a
open,
minute.
but most
What's
PC
up?
gamers are
Anybody hear that phone in the background?
Yeah, I was about to stop the video. What
Desktop
the
is
fuck?
not a viable option.
I
Most games
rewound
can
it.
be linked to launch from Steam, but this doesn't solve the problem. You'll still be able to
What the
enjoy some
fuck?
of the features Steam has since it's opened, but most PC gamers are missing out on cloud save.
Bro, do he have that in his video, or was that one of y'all?
Wait,
That-
hold
that
on.
was-
So
that was
what
his video.
what am I listening to for a
It sounds like somebody dialing numbers in a phone.
Hang on, let me see.
But most games can be linked to launch from Steam, but this doesn't solve
Oh,
the
I
problem.
hear
wait,
it.
Oh my god!
I thought I was just streaming for a minute. And I was like, am I hearing it?
I didn't hear that, and then like suddenly I heard it. I was like, "Wait, how?"
I was about to say this video about to be a little awkward. Somebody having about to have a whole conversation. Like, damn, don't even give me respect. Hey, Jock, I gotta make a phone call right quick. I thought y'all was just going ham, but this. Oh my god!
No. See, it was actually Colt making a phone call, and now he's confused as to who he's talking to. The audience are.
Even
That's the true issue right here.
even he got bored of his own video.
All right, let's keep going because I like totally didn't hear what he was saying.
He-
All right,
Be able
hold
to
up.
enjoy some of the features Steam has since it's opened, but most
right, there you
games
go.
can be linked to launch from Steam, but this doesn't solve the problem. You'll still be able to enjoy some of the features Steam has since it's opened, but most PC gamers are missing out on cloud saves, family sharing, which is a big one since most Steam users rely on sharing games with 1 to 5 different accounts.
Wait, hold up. What? What do you say about family sharing? That we rely on sharing it to 1 to 5 different accounts?
Yeah.
Why?
He's basically trying to say all we do is share our games with each other. We don't ever really buy our games. He's trying to say PC gamers steal, pirate, and don't buy games.
but
And he calls himself a what the fuck does he do if he's a PC gamer? Is that what he does? Like, I'm confused. It doesn't even sound like that's the argument he was making. It just sounds like, for example, if we were to use like Steam Link or whatever, like there's a bunch of, it's this. I'm sorry.
I think he's originally trying to refer to how Steam has all these wonderful features and how the Epic Store has nothing as a way to
No. He was saying, yeah. So he was actually saying that people want to launch games from Steam still. You know how you can add a non-Steam game or whatever, and then launch your game from Steam. He's saying that even though you do that, you don't get any cloud share, or I'm sorry, you don't get any cloud saves. You don't get access to the family sharing thing. You don't get access to the Steam Workshop, for example. Like, there's no Steam Workshop for non-Steam games. You know, there's all that kind of stuff. But that it does solve the problem if you want to launch all your games from Steam. That's the whole point of people doing that. Like, no one's going to add a non-Steam game and be like, well, why the fuck can't I access the Steam Workshop? Or what? I can't do any, like, cloud saves? What? And it's not a Steam game, and I can't use a Steam service with a non-Steam game? PC gamers aren't retarded, dude. The whole reason people do that is to start games from their favorite thing, so they don't have to have other launchers open. That's the whole point. Like, that's not.
And one thing I like to point out here, he literally shows you the things that Epic doesn't have versus what Steam had, which attracts the audience to come to Steam. But he still.
Let me see through that list again.
Are missing out on cloud save.
Oh, look at all that! Yeah,
family sharing.
So until Epic starts
one,
doing all the stuff
most
that
Steam users
look at all that. Oh, by the way, Steam technically does have paid exclusives because there's a lot of games on Steam that aren't on any other. I mean, if we're going by exclusives, right? There's a lot of PC exclusives that are on Steam. So to put no on that is kind of disingenuous because the whole definition of exclusive is that it's on PC and not on console.
But
And yes,
is
there's
it
quite a
paid?
fucking ton of them.
But
Is
those
it a paid exclusive though? Because most of those are indie developers and so forth.
Right. Okay, so if that's what he's saying, then yeah, okay, I guess it's no. But that also makes Epic look bad because now they have to. It looks like Epic has to pay people to use their service, which
But that's
makes
not
them
the
even look
reason.
worse.
That's not the reason why Epic's giving them money though. Epic's giving them to help fund their projects with a
Right. Yeah. Published. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, I misspoke. Sorry, but yeah,
but you see
it
all
doesn't
the
really seem like a benefit on Epic. Like maybe they're a charity case or whatever, but other than that, it's
Epic, a
not really
company
that
that
big of a deal.
it's
hold on.
hands across America
Hey,
with Epic Games.
hey, hold on, Wiki. I kind of disagree with you. If Epic never came to Metro Exodus, so they didn't need their money to be fun the game to be funded by Epic. They just wanted the money.
They took the money because they thought they were going to have a sales drop when they moved the game.
Okay, but they still didn't need to be funded. Because you said that they didn't buy them, they funded them.
Most of the other games they did fund. They did give some money to use their engine.
Okay, I just wanted that to be clarified. Thank you.
But
But
but the whole thing with Metro Exodus, that was a dick move to do.
yep.
I'm not defending that one because that was a dick move.
Oh, and
But
Outer
that
Worlds.
was Outer Worlds. Never
That
heard of
was
that one.
the people that helped me Fallout New Vegas. So what happened with that? That was supposed to be on Steam as well, just like World War Z was supposed to be on Steam. But Epic came to those two companies. Here's some money. We want y'all to sign exclusive contract to come to us, and they said fuck Steam.
Well, that's their choice. Companies do this all the time.
Excuse me. But the thing is,
take
at
the
least
money.
these didn't happen so close to release date like like the Metro Exodus. Thank you.
No, that is true. Epic did fuck herself by doing that because they're still being demonized for that one mistake they made. But it was also Metro Exodus' fault because they decided to go along with it. It's not just Epic's fault. The developers decided to go along with it.
So
And the developers knew for
there's a little battle going on between the developers versus the publishers because like Auto Worlds, they was not aware that this game was even going to Epic because they were still working on achievements because the game is finished. They was working on achievements and some other stuff for Steam. Then as they was in an interview, the interviewer was like, "Hey, did you know your game? So how long did it take y'all to decide that y'all was gonna go to Epic? Epic? What? We was still working on the achievements. What you talking about?" So the developers like, "Hold up, we need to talk to the publisher because we was still working on this, that, and the other for Steam." So it caught them out of surprise. Some fans still say, "Hey, that we want to support them," but others like, "Nah, they had to know." But that was generally shock on that man's face. Like, what the fuck is you talking about?
Well, in the case of Metro Exodus, the developers had a huge hand in it, not just the publishers.
All right.
Because they were fine with the fact that their game was going to be exclusive for a year on Metro. Because that one developer came out and said all that horrible shit, remember?
Yeah, that's why I chose to keep my money once he said that shit. Because I was going to play where the game was at. But once he said that shit, like, nah, I don't need your game that bad, dog.
I was saying, I didn't buy the game either. Anyone who did should be ashamed of themselves. I'm talking to you. All you people who brought that game on the Epic Store, you should be ashamed of yourself. Give it in to those demands of those crybaby developers.
Anything else so we could go on to the video?
I think we can keep going. We should
Good.
probably get done with this as soon as possible, though, because it's getting a bit long now. So
Yeah, let's
Rely on sharing games with 1 to 5 different accounts. But Epic Games offers nothing to the consumer and the player and everything to the developers and the publishers. They get a bigger cut of profit for the games they provide to Epic because Epic has become stiff competition to Steam. But I wanted you to hear the perspective of a PC gamer who has spent most of his life playing on PC and also enjoys consoles, and this is Zocker87, a friend of mine that's also on our RDX podcast. Here he is.
This whole Steam versus Epic Game Store debate has to be one of the weirdest controversies I've seen in a pretty long time. As a person that has gamed on all platforms, mainly Xbox and PC, I have to say that this whole outrage about games going to the Epic Store is quite remarkable. It's weird because a lot of these outraged fans are defending a multi-billion-dollar company that was first met with such scrutiny. Yes, I'm talking about Steam. When it launched 15 years ago, it was met with such hate and annoyance. But Steam had one of the most popular games in the world to be a foundation for the Steam store. That's Counter-Strike. So it's weird that a company does the same thing as...
Counter-Strike, maybe, but Half-Life was where it was really at, where it became one of the best fucking games of all time. Then Portal, then, so he's got his timeline wrong.
Yeah, you're right.
And he's got a couple other things wrong, too. I don't believe people demonize Steam for the reason he believes they demonize him for.
Yeah, because Counter-Strike, the first Counter-Strike game anyway, was released on, I remember the date, 2000, November 2000, I think it was. Then Half-Life was actually earlier, at 1998 was the date for that. So actually, Half-Life came out first. Counter-Strike, yeah, it came out again. It was one of the really popular games as well, because one of the first competitive games that they've released, multiplayer, was huge. It was an FPS multiplayer game, one of the first really good ones. But that wasn't what attracted everyone. It was actually, I think, after Half-Life 2 was created in 2004, because Steam was only around since when? Hang on, I'm Googling that one because I think it was released, 2003. So after 2003, they put on their old games, Half-Life, whatever. But it was Half-Life 2 that actually attracted everyone to Steam. Then Portal, then, it was, that's the timeline. So just to clear that up a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, and a lot of people at first when Steam came out didn't like it because it was all digital distribution.
Yeah, there was a lot of hate against digital distribution at the beginning stages, but as it became bigger and now lots of computers, actually, people don't build them with optical drives anymore. So
I don't even have one of mine.
Yeah, my case doesn't come with it either, and I haven't had any problem without one. I literally haven't. My Windows 10 install thing is a USB. I've installed Linux on this machine before with a USB. There's no reason to have a disk anymore other than maybe backing up photos or something.
Yep.
So
pretty much. And like I said, I think he was trying to demonize Steam the wrong way. He didn't understand what Steam was. Mm-hmm. People had to get used to the concept of what they were bringing them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And one thing is, as his friend did the same thing, Colt Eastwood ignored the fact that he's comparing first party versus multiplayer.
Mm-hmm.
Those games belong on the Steam because that's who made them.
Yeah, Valve made it. They get to put it on Steam. Yeah, so it's just a lot of there's a lot of people on the gaming community that try to make a bunch of claims about why Steam became popular and blah blah blah, and they can't even get simple fucking release dates. Shit, I remember this shit. There's a timeline of gaming, and it's pretty simple to remember major hits in gaming, chronologically. To mess it up like that, Counter-Strike was not the reason people came to Steam. It was Half-Life 2. Because Half-Life 2 was released after, and it became a fucking godsend of a game.
But the thing is, you can tell they're not deeply invested into PC gaming. Because
they're not, and that's why they're being childish about it, is because they want to pick a fight, and they want to demonize people and shit.
Just this whole entire video is demonization of...
And Zalker, what I find funny is, he's like, Well, see, there was a lot of, there's a lot of people talking shit about the debate or whatever, and I just find it ridiculous, and Steam wasn't even liked all that much, so you guys don't have any say about it, and it's like he's invalidating other people's opinions because Steam was rejected at first, and now it's one of the biggest game distribution platforms on the planet. So he's pulling the same shit Colt is doing. He's not really thinking through his shit either. Like,
Well, if that's the case, then we should shut down Nintendo because the Switch was a failure.
I actually like the Switch. Nintendo, honestly, I feel like is in some ways very innovative. I like them a lot. If I had to pick a console, I'd pick anything from Nintendo.
Did you
And if
hear
Sega
that
was still around, I'd pick their shit too.
Did you hear that Microsoft is releasing a bunch of their Xbox games onto the Switch?
Yeah, I heard that, and that's actually a really good thing.
Yeah.
So, I like that. I'll just continue the video. Play.
Steam when they use Fortnite, one of the most popular games in the world, to launch their own store. Especially when multiple companies have launched their own storefronts to distribute their games. The writing has been on the wall for years that Steam was going to have massive competition. Maybe those outraged fans should have paid attention.
Contrast this.
Wait, paid attention to what?
I know, right? Did I miss something?
Hold on, I'm going to rewind it because I want to know what we're missing.
It's Counter-Strike. So it's weird that a company does the same thing as Steam when they use Fortnite, one of the most popular games in the world, to launch their own store. Especially when multiple companies have launched their own storefronts to distribute their games. The writing has been on the wall for years that Steam was going to have massive competition. Maybe those outraged fans should have paid attention.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't understand what he just said there.
Steam's always had competition between GOG and other sites that sell games for them.
I mean, they didn't have it for a long, long time because I think for a good 3 years they were one of the only digital distribution platforms on PC. But like, I still don't understand why he legit just said. So his line of logic, I think, is people got mad at Steam because of digital distribution when it first came out because they were one of the first digital distribution things on the planet. And people got mad at digital distribution. They got mad at Valve for doing digital distribution. Okay. Well, like what? How umpteen years pass, and now Fortnite comes out, and Epic wants to release their stuff on Epic Games Launcher, and that's not even comparable because the issue of DRM has far, far, far evaded us at this point. Like, it's accepted now that digital is the way to go. So that side of the argument doesn't really make sense to me. And the other side is now he's saying that outraged Steam fans should have seen something like this coming, which again doesn't make any sense because we don't mind competition.
It's not that Steam fans are outraged by Epic Store doing good or getting games. It's they're outraged about the way their conduct is of doing it, the code of conduct for the situations they're presenting by taking the games like Metro right out under when it was already been advertised and it was going to be sold on Steam. If they really want to consider itself to be a competition, they probably should not do the whole exclusive thing. Maybe develop their platform a little bit better. So I think that's what he's trying to refer to in his like off the wall logic of bouncing back and forth and not making any sense of anything.
Yeah, okay, so you should take Zalker's spot. I think we all vote to agree to that. So welcome Zalker to the podcast. No, you just made a lot more sense than he did. So, and by the way, you might just be totally wrong because he just doesn't know what he's talking about. And I've noticed a lot of people who have these hotshot YouTube channels with a bunch of opinions, and half of them can't make logical arguments and the other half aren't arguing anything. Yeah. So like nobody on YouTube has any sense of any sort of researched opinions or anything like that. It's all a shit show, and I find that hilariously funny.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing this guy's doing right now. It's like the whole entire part of the video didn't make any sense. And then what I said was like I like I was thinking that he was trying to build upon, but like you said, I could be wrong about that because this motherfucker hasn't made no sense since he first popped in.
I don't even know why Colt put on Zalker in the first place. I want to hear if he's going to explain. Okay, so here's my prediction.
I got
Okay.
lost.
Yeah. So here's my prediction, because right now, because remember he started with how Steam has a bunch of features that Epic doesn't, and people are mad that they have to pick Epic over Steam. Okay, and then he brought in this person, Zalker, who talks about it's just a perspective of another PC gamer, and all Zalker said was it was ridiculous because outraged Steam users should have seen this coming, and also I got my facts wrong. I'm going to predict that as soon as Zalker's bit is over, that Colt will not explain the relevance of even bringing that in. Or at least if he does, it's going to be totally unrelated to his previous point.
Yep.
So let's see. Let's see what's up.
Contrast this with Xbox Game Studios starting to open up the platform by offering games on Xbox consoles, Windows Store, and even bringing the flagship of Halo to Steam on PC. Microsoft's...
What? Wait. Okay. Hold on. I have to replay that because I totally missed his point. Sorry.
There is no
Xbox
point.
Game Studios...
Yeah, so before I play that again, I wanted to give my first thoughts on it. So he criticizes people for wanting to stay to Steam because it's simple.
Yeah.
Then he brings in another opinion about how apparently it's ridiculous, the whole debate. So he's basically shooting himself in the foot with his testimony. I call it testimony, but it's just an anecdote. And then afterwards he's comparing it with Xbox, which I don't see any chain of relevance there. And I'm actually trying to follow along with what he's trying to say, but he doesn't even seem to be arguing anything at this point.
But think this for a minute. Maybe this guy's like super intelligent, and he's subliminal messaging us with the fact that he's trying to brainwash people into thinking consoles are great while talking shit about the PC. Because he jumps right into Xbox from out of nowhere. It doesn't even explain the relevant last context that he was talking, and then he jumps over to Xbox and starts praising them for what reason?
I actually just want to hit play and see if I stopped it too early. Maybe he does. I don't know. He needs to. I'm pretty sure he explains it. Let's just pretend.
I'm sure he doesn't.
Please, come on. Let's cross our fingers. I don't want to go to sleep wondering what the fuck I just wasted all my time with. So let's see.
Starting to open up the platform by offering games on Xbox consoles, Windows Store, and even bringing the flagship of Halo to Steam on PC. Microsoft's xCloud streaming service plans to offer a myriad of Xbox games to multiple devices, and even Sony is preparing their devoted console customers to play PlayStation games on multiple devices via PS Now. So it's strange to see consoles and PC trade places as consoles remove more restrictions and PC becomes a literal walled garden of many enclosed storefronts.
Oh, no.
He's trying to say consoles have less restriction than PCs. That's bullshit.
I swear to God.
Oh, is that what he just said? Are you serious?
Yeah. So
he's all subliminal.
Yeah. So he just said. So his entire logic is PC is now coming out with a bunch of platforms that are all, by the way, free to use, free to download, and then free to shop on. Okay, and then consoles have streaming services which apparently open up the doors of freedom on consoles way more than PC does. So now PC is at a disadvantage because there's a lot more choices on PC, which makes it a lot less free. It makes it a lot more restricted because there's a lot more platforms to choose from.
But it's not really a lot more platforms to choose from because you're still using Microsoft or Sony's app to stream those games. You're still paying them for it.
Yeah, and that's not what I was talking about. I was talking about on PC. There's a lot more. He said there was a lot more platforms like the Windows Store, the Steam. There's Origin, UPlay, and Battle.net and whatever. And because of all those distribution services, it is now becoming more restrictive because PC gamers themselves are restricting themselves to Steam, which makes no sense because that's not true.
That's what I'm saying. You're more restricted on those two services, even though you can do them from
Oh,
other
okay.
devices.
Okay, I didn't
That's what I'm
understand that.
saying. Yeah, because even though you got multiple devices, you can stream Xbox and PlayStation on. You still have to go through Sony and Microsoft to do it. The whole Microsoft Steam, whatever the fuck that one is, Origin, Play.
Oh, Battle.net is that one.
Yeah, Battle.net. You have a choice of where you can pick to play the game sometimes, unless they're exclusive to that company.
Yeah, even then you can add that game to Steam and launch it from Steam. Or
Yeah.
I think I can't say the same for like Origin or Battle.net or the others, but Windows Store, I haven't used that, but Windows Store might also have a launch button for the games that you have.
It does.
It does, yeah.
It does not. It does.
Oh,
not.
It doesn't. Okay. Oh, there's also your desktop, which is you know, all integrated and.
But he's trying to say all that restricts PC gaming, which is entirely wrong.
Yeah, it makes no sense. We have more choices, and therefore we are restricted. That makes no sense.
Nope.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna rewind and start
PC
that again.
Trade places
Big
as
bombshell that
remove
was.
more
Holy shit.
restrictions, and PC becomes a literal walled garden of many enclosed storefronts, bringing
Enclosed
exclusivity that
storefronts.
PC players have championed.
Oh, hold. He put on GOG.com as a enclosed storefront. It is literally the only choice for DRM free games that anybody has.
Yeah, GOG is completely DRM free.
Because the difference between Steam and GOG, which I'm starting to buy games for now, is if you do something like break a rule on Steam, which rarely happens, but if your account do get suspended or blocked and you lose all your games, that's it. Some people said they found a way to be able to still play your Steam games if your account do become deactivated by Steam, but you will have to find that on your own because I don't got time to look for it. Versus GOG, you're not under those restrictions. You're still able to play your game because there's nothing, no DRM keeping you from playing your game if the site is down.
Yeah.
Walled garden of many enclosed storefronts, bringing exclusivity that PC players have championed a freedom from for over a decade.
So he's saying that there's a bunch of exclusive games on PC that we're not willing to buy, and so therefore, it being exclusive to PC, we are now excluded from playing those games. Because we don't want to because we don't want to download their free service, their free distribution service, just take 30 seconds to download it off of the internet and buy the game that we want. So somehow that's worse than not wanting to buy a console for their exclusives because it's $300 fucking.
I told you this is some subliminal console peasant bullshit.
I don't understand how that's even a conclusion that anyone can get to.
Because he's trying to preach the power of console love and demonize Steam and the Epic Store at the same time. He's not defending either one of them. He's demonizing both of them. And then making console seem like it's the end all to be all, basically.
Yeah,
this
because
is not what this video is supposed to be about neither.
Exactly. It's like, because both gaming options are shit, consoles are better. Got 'em.
Yeah.
So, all right then.
Looking forward, PC gamers are lamenting the arrival of Borderlands 3 and Elder Scrolls 6, knowing that they may be required to buy and play them on a separate launcher from their favorite platform, which is most likely Steam at launch, possibly later. While Origin's EA storefront keeps many of their games off of Steam.
Okay.
You can't count that game. That game is dog shit.
True. Okay, but we're not. But Battlefield, or sorry, not Battlefield. Borderlands 3 and Elder Scrolls 6 are, well, really hyped up, honestly. But like, lamenting their arrival because they're going to be exclusive to one distribution party. I don't think I can't think of anyone who's not gonna buy the game because it's on a specific platform. But okay, I will backtrack and say that no one buys anything from Origin, not because it's on Origin, but because it's from EA, and EA is a shitty ass company.
Yeah.
So that's where I will concede that point, but it's not because of Origin specifically, it's because EA's dog shit.
But I think the real reason why a lot of people don't want to buy Borderlands 3 off the Epic Store is because you can't mod their game on the Epic Store.
That is a fair point.
You see Borderlands 2, right? And how it's been well played through all these years. There's a whole modding community of people who just invent stuff for Borderlands 2 all the time, and you can't do that on the Epic Store.
Yeah, that's a very fair point. I didn't think about that. So yeah, that might be a good reason why not to buy the game. If you're looking for freedom and modability, then yeah, don't buy Borderlands 3. I mean, Borderlands 2 as it comes to modding, I mean, is still current, so fucking keep playing the shit out of that game, I guess.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing everyone's upset about. It's not because it's going over to Epic, it's because Epic Store doesn't have that many features. But then again, Epic Store hasn't had 13 years to develop itself.
Exactly. So maybe it will come out with modability features. I hope that it does, because the less people complain about all the other distribution platforms, which none of them do as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
The less problems there are with all these, then the happier PC gamers are going to be.
It's like Fallout 76. No one complains because they got buy it from Bethesda, do they? No. They complain about the game because it's shit.
Yeah, it's like buying ESO. I didn't buy that off of Steam. I bought it from Bethesda's website. Do I regret it? No. Did I want to buy it on Steam? If I saw it on Steam, would I buy it? Probably, because the buy button's right there. So It doesn't matter where the fuck I buy the game at. It's if I can play the game.
It's just a lot nicer though to have a managed library.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm not denying that at all. But if I wanted to, I can add the game to my Steam library without a problem. It's just, personally, I don't care where I buy the game as long as it's got decent features. That's what I'm saying.
Yep. But what I'm trying to say is this guy makes no fucking sense.
Oh yeah, same. Yeah. Yeah, that's my point too. This guy is crazy.
Consoles have one limitation in common with PCs and exclusivity. If you want to play Halo 5, you need an Xbox One. If you want to play God of War, you need a PlayStation 4. But all of your games, especially on Xbox One, spanning over 500 back-compat games and 3,000 Xbox One titles, are purchasable, launched with full features from one place, one account, and one DRM.
Oh, hold on. He's trying to use PlayStation and Microsoft exclusive games that the companies developed and made, as selling points for why console is better.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Because they all are derived from one account on one system.
Yeah, so so I think the entire point of that is he's trying to say, well, you guys do have too many choices, and like it used to be a positive, and now we're using this debate, this controversy of Steam versus Epic Games Store. We're going to use this controversy to show that PC gamers do all think that the freedoms is getting out of hand and that there's too many choices and blah 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 blah, and it's essentially an evolved argument for why freedom on a PC is a bad thing and how we prefer convenience and shit.
But there's no way that can be a bad thing. Having choices is never a bad thing.
Exactly.
It's just people don't like how shady Epic is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and again, it has nothing to do with people hating the customizability and the freedom open market of PC. That's not the point. The point is
bad business practices.
It's just bad business practice. Same thing with just limiting yourself to one marketplace. That's not any better at all.
No. That's like keeping the same low-paying job all your life.
Exactly. Why would you keep yourself onto one account? Yeah, it's easy, right? But why would you be? You're literally subscribing to an overlord of games.
Yeah, you have no
Nothing.
flexibility. You can't search the market. You have no flexibility. You can't search the market for discounts. You can't.
Exactly. And that's why Fortnite came out on PC first, because people made it for PC. And for example, they are able to make their own distribution site. They made a place to download Fortnite and play it. They didn't need to go to Steam and say, "Hey, pretty, please, can you greenlight my game?" They didn't have to go to Microsoft and say, "Please, greenlight my game." They didn't have to go to Sony and do that either. They literally are indie developers, and they put up their own game and published it.
But isn't Fortnite also on the Xbox One and PS4?
But because they developed it afterwards.
Yeah.
But they didn't have to do well. And the reason they didn't do that first is because there is no way in fuck that Microsoft was going to say, "Oh yeah, totally develop this game for our console," because it's a risky game.
Yeah.
Why would you fund a development team to create a game for your console if it may not have return of investment? And that's smart business.
Yeah, it's the reason why digital distribution has taken off as it has, because companies feel like they can control their product better.
Exactly. And
if you leave it in the hands of one account, you don't have no options of going around and getting a cheap deal.
Yeah, that, and again, Microsoft controls what goes on their platform.
Yeah.
Whereas if you are on PC, and there's going to be a bunch of other distribution platforms, like Glyph, for example, is one of the less talked about distribution platforms, but it's only got like 6 or 7 games on it because they're all made by the same company. But that company doesn't have to go and kiss another company's ass to publish their game. Because on PC you can publish your own game, which is a great thing. Which is
the complete freedom of why people go to PC.
Exactly, because things like masterpieces like Fortnite can be made. And I'm not calling Fortnite a good game by any stretch of the imagination. It is a very popular game, but it would not have been possible if it had to go and kiss Microsoft's ass. That shit would not have happened.
Just like Apex Legends.
Mm-hmm. Yep, same thing with Apex Legends. Now I bet you Apex is going to get a console port too, because everyone's going to see how popular it is and be like, "Oh shit, I want a piece of that."
Mm-hmm.
But if Apex went up to, if the devs of Apex went up to Sony, for example, and said, "Hey, I want to develop this for your console," and they're going to say, "To fuck you, dude, suck my ass," and they would have denied it. These games are risky. That's why there's not a lot of games being made for consoles, because Sony and Microsoft don't want to tank it's the whole argument about like how 50% of games on Steam are just indie developed garbage, right? It's just flooding the Steam store. That is a fair argument, but it's also very limiting to the games that you're able to play.
Yes.
It is, so we both can agree that his proposal of a one market, one account type thing is totally preposterous.
Oh yeah.
For the consumer, at least.
Yeah, it just makes no sense to have one person dictate all the games you're able to play and not play. And
he's pro-choice.
Mm-hmm. I don't think he's pro-choice. He's just convenient up the wazoo. He says it's better to be convenient and to have one person dictate all the shit you can do, rather than you make the choice of who you buy from. As I think that's what he's on about, which is utter bullshit.
Well, he is a corporate slave.
Yeah, it's kind of like a woman getting an abortion, basically. He doesn't know where to spew the vomit.
All right, I'll click play again.
Thing necessarily when you realize you don't need to spread your game library among a handful of launchers and accounts with their own set of DRM. PC gamers are quick to blame Gearbox for epic exclusivity when the choice is mostly with the publisher, 2K, choosing to receive a higher profit margin over what Steam offers. And yet, PC gamers are not walled off from buying or playing Borderlands 3 on their hardware, nor are they asked to pay for more through the Epic Store. But they are asked to trust in a company that could be soliciting spyware on their PC.
But Epic is asking them to pay more, actually. Because from what I understand, they're going to put EXP boosts and everything in the fucking Borderlands 3 game.
Yeah, it's going to be filled with microtransactions.
Yeah, so Epic is asking the gamers to pay more because the Steam version doesn't even have none of that.
Yeah, and another part, I like dropped my jaw at this part.
Higher
You'll hear it.
profit
Hold on.
margin over what Steam offers. And yet, PC gamers are not walled off from buying or playing Borderlands 3 on their hardware, nor are they asked to pay for more through the Epic Store. But they are asked to trust in a company that could be soliciting spyware on their PC, withholding a dozen plus features they enjoy on other launchers that are essential to the gaming experience.
So essentially, he just argued for the gaming community on PC.
How he loves Steam.
Not only that, no, it was he's shaming PC gamers for preferring Steam, for having a better distribution of marketplace, as well as the fact that he's saying, well, they're not walled off from gaming or whatever. All they have to do is trust that the developers aren't going to put spyware in the game. And I think that's utter garbage, actually, because if it's not like it's not childish or bitchy or whatever to choose not to buy a game from a developer or publisher you don't trust. I don't think that's a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing, but I think he was trying to demonize Epic a little bit in his motivation because he was saying about spyware and shit, and since the whole Biaco with Epic Games spying or reading those files on the computer was talking about earlier, he was trying to use that as a demonizing point while promoting his all-in-one conclusive system of love for the console still.
Yeah, that's true.
And at the same time, he's defending the same thing that he's supposed to be demonizing some parts of it, defending it.
Mm-hmm.
And adding yet another account, login, payment, and location to split up their game library, which is a major inconvenience on a platform that is supposed to offer the ultimate in control and flexibility.
Okay, so no one said anything about how having choices was going to be easy, streamlined, or integrated. There's a lot of like options for you to do that, like putting all your games on your desktop or saving your payment information or whatever. There's a lot of add-ons even for browsers to save your payment information, which only fucking retards do. But I mean,
he's still demonizing the same subject as he was before. It's just like, dude, do you have a point behind this?
Never.
Yeah,
he never does.
Like having choice is a bad thing.
Yeah, and he seems like he's saying that having choices is a bad thing because it's inherently hard to choose, which is not true.
Well, Mark Zuckerberg said the same thing. He said he only makes 15 choices a day.
The cucumber man.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Donald Trump feels the same way.
Yeah, I mean, it's essentially an argument of, do I have the patience to enter my credit card number again? Do I want to go and, am I going to shop at Walmart for the rest of my life, or am I going to look for better deals elsewhere and just take 15 minutes out of my day, go do a Google search, and there's another store 5 miles later, but it's like $20 cheaper. It's like there's going to be inconveniences with choices, but that doesn't make choices a bad thing.
Fuck all that shit. I'm just going to buy it from Amazon.
Yeah, I mean, Amazon is doing really well as a monopoly at this point, but
yeah, because they give you choices.
They do, because on Amazon there's a bunch of sellers on Amazon. It's not just Amazon.
And see, that's the grasp of what I think Steam was originally trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't work out that way for them.
Yeah. I mean, shit, they made a lot more money by taking a bunch of profits from each sale, so
yeah.
I can't really blame them. They're making fucking billions actually, but still.
Just like our friend Jackal over there, he's making millions, billions. Don't split it with us.
Oh really? Yo, Jackal, can I get hit up with that?
That's my imaginary money that I'm not making.
Because this motherfucker's having us do all the talking.
Yeah. See, look at that. What are you doing, man?
I'm still sick.
I've noticed that, man. We've been doing the majority of the talking. Any more points you have?
Excuse me.
Well,
Oh.
probably because I keep leading the conversation. That's my bad. Sorry about
Yeah.
that.
Any more points, guys?
Uh-oh.
I think on this
guy-
part I'm good.
Besides, this guy's a dumbass. That's it.
This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Like the only point I've gathered from this is choices bad, Overlord good. That's all I got from the video.
That's basically it.
And he goes 10 minutes saying the same shit, and not even the same shit, because he brings in other opposite shit, and then he like forgets what he's talking about, and so that's like the whole 5 minutes of this part.
Yeah.
And I'm stoned that I make way more sense than they do.
Oh,
Just saying.
shit.
Consoles have been making leaps and bounds in flexibility and consumer choice with bigger libraries, more performance options,
No.
streaming, high-quality capture, and broadcast.
No, shut the fuck up. Okay, hold on.
He's all over the place again.
No, well, and he just made even the worst thing ever. He said that consoles are being a lot more open marketplace now because they're making a bunch of innovations on the streaming capabilities of, like, yeah, so you can stream from your Xbox using you can either use Xbox Record or an Elgato streaming cable or card looking thing.
That's so
Like,
many choices.
yeah, man. Or you can buy the even better Elgato card. You know, those are your epic choices right there. Whew, man,
Same-
that
same
blows
thing.
PC out of the water right there.
Same thing with PlayStation.
Or
You know
like,
what I mean?
holy shit, look how many controllers you can buy. You can buy the gray one and the black one.
Well-
If you were lucky, you could get the day one edition.
Or
Well,
the
Razer
ver-
is developing a new keyboard for Xbox One and PS4, from what I've been hearing.
Hey, look at that. Fucking even
Yeah.
more choices.
or
Not like
the
I have a
very
wooden one keyboard.
or the
But-
very highly expensive controller, that Elite controller.
The
For the-
Elgato or Elite Scuff controllers are so fucking expensive.
But
Oh,
the
no,
only
more-
thing I got from this video, or this part of the video, is he's saying choices on PC are bad, but when it comes to console, choices are good.
Yeah, because the
Okay.
choices that you're given it's like talking to a kid. You always want to give the kid a choice, and you only want to give them a few choices so that way it gives the illusion of choice. This is
Illusion
a
of grandeur.
Exactly. So if you say, like, for example, hey, do you want to, like, so you want to leave, like, as a parent, for example, you say you want to leave the park, okay, and you have somewhere to go in 10 minutes. So you tell your kid, hey, do you want to leave now or do you want to leave in 10 minutes? Either choice, they still have to leave,
yeah.
but they're given a simple illusion of choice that now they get to pick when they leave.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
it's
see
the
that
same
too
thing with
much.
console too.
Yeah, I used to do that to my daughter all the time, and it works.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Really?
I've heard it works all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it works with console peasants too. So if you just say, hey, you
Let's
can
give 'em
have
candy.
this controller, or you can have this controller, or you can have this keyboard or this keyboard or this keyboard. Yeah, I mean, PC gamers already have those choices. So it doesn't make console special.
Yep.
All right, Jackal, let's start that little white van up and let's go around and get some console peasants. I'll play the ice cream music.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
not
you got to
going to-
play the Halo theme for Xbox gamers.
I'm not going to jail.
You're not going to go to jail by offering Elgato stream cables or Elgato stream cards.
Oh, I thought we was talking about kidnapping them, huh?
Oh hell no. See, his point is you gotta go around and say, hey kids, do you want to buy this for 150 or this for 160? So
It's like giving
so
a
their
kid-
only choice is to spend either 150 or 160, but they still have to spend money.
Yeah. It's basically
So
like
it's
giving a little
easy.
kid
It's
candy.
easy money.
Yeah. It's just like giving a little kid candy with no options.
All right, let's continue.
Yeah. Well, one more comment. It's like saying, do you want the caramel dum dum or the raspberry dum dum? They have to pick a dum dum, but they're too dum dum.
Yeah.
Like no isn't an option. It's the same thing. Hey, you want to get this on day one or you want to pre-order it? Those are your two options.
You want to buy digital, you want to buy physical.
You have to buy it, but yeah. So it's like very limited illusion of choice, which I find hilarious that he's defending
and
it.
consumer choice with bigger libraries, more performance options, streaming, high quality capture and broadcasting, and soon more
Right.
compatibility with input and output with mouse and keyboard and output with monitors or UHD TVs. And
Whoa! You can switch out your TV for a monitor, and you can pick the size of it, and you can pick the brand of your monitor, and you can what?
Having a console.
Gamer Z,
What's up?
how often? I mean, does the monitor work well with a console?
It depends.
So I've studied the difference between monitors and TVs, and the truth is monitors are going to work 100 times percent better. Just and the reason why here, let me fix that, is because a resolution on a 1080p, for example, a 1080p TV is stretched bigger. So the way that an image works, if you look at it slow motion, is that it starts from the top left and then goes from left to right, top to bottom. And that's how an image is created.
Okay.
And
it also creates a more distorted image, don't it? Being stretched out that far.
not necessarily. It makes it a little bit less clear, but not necessarily more distorted. I think that's what you were trying to say, but you used the wrong word. Yeah. So you have the right point. So yeah, it stretches the image a little bit. The difference now between the main difference is that monitors have a refresh rate that at 60 hertz, for example, that refreshes faster than a TV ever could. And that's why on TV, if you try to play the same game on TV, the same equipment, you have the same PC, whatever, you play the same game on TV and then you play the same game on monitor, you're going to have a faster response time on a monitor because the refresh rate is faster. Your input lag isn't as bad.
Now, I always thought the console wouldn't be able to use that technology from the monitor because the console was built.
It doesn't fully use the technology like the PC would. It just uses it kind of uses the monitor like a TV, basically.
Well, it's still a video output, so essentially it does the same thing, except
you're not getting the full effect.
Yeah, so say you have a 1080p monitor and you decide to use it with your console. It effectively works as a computer monitor, except it's gonna have the same refresh rate that the game is either locked to, or it's gonna be fixed at the resolution that the game is locked at. Like for example, you won't be able to change a console game that's stuck at 720 on a monitor that's 1080p. You're going to be stuck with a 720p monitor because that's what the game is stuck at.
Yeah, it's like I said, you don't get the full effect of the monitor, so it's kind of
you can't control. Yeah, exactly. You can't really control the specifications of the monitor, but it'll work effectively as a video output is what I'm saying.
Because me and Jackal had someone on the show one time that used for wide monitor on his Xbox One.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of foolish because Xbox One doesn't work right on an ultra wide monitor.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, the aspect ratios can really mess with the game.
The best part is when the next generation hits, you'll likely have access to 10 plus years of games with PS5 and the next Xbox backward compatible. And
we have games from 1998. That makes no sense. Yep. We have games from even earlier than that.
But he demonized that fact that we have games.
I think he
demonized it.
Yeah.
Now it's great because Microsoft and Sony might be doing it.
Yeah, it's like, hey, yeah, we're just going to ignore all the backwards compatibility PC gamers have. And then suddenly now we have only 10 years of backwards compatibility. Oh, that's such a great thing.
Way more than that. Way more.
He's giving a bunch of positives to the consoles that PC already has. And he's saying that somehow it's worth more on consoles because there's just too many choices, too many buttons on PC.
His corporate overlord told him to say it.
Yeah.
that will be in one place. When their respective game streaming apps come to the competition, you'll have full access to all of your games in 1 to 2 apps. Meanwhile,
nobody
PC may
cares.
see even more segregation as Epic becomes bigger and Amazon and Google enter the gaming space to compete for their business.
Stop. No. Amazon is not going to be a digital distribution platform for video games. And neither is Google. Like,
No. Google does mobile market, so does Amazon, but mobile have nothing to do with the gaming market. It's a different division.
yeah, it has no. They're crazy.
Yeah. There's
I mean,
some shit I want to spend.
right. Yeah, they have Google Play and the Amazon store for, Kindles or whatever, but that's not the same thing. No.
They're not
If you
game
look at
launchers,
this,
man.
if you look at the screen, that is what he's talking about. What Google's coming off with, and that's will be their storefront of their games.
It's
Oh,
never
Stadia?
Yes.
It's never going to sell.
It might, but it's
It,
not going to surpass Steam. There's no way.
if you
Steam's
aware
gotten
of a
too far.
gaming company called On Live, this will fail just like that do because it's based off your internet. Not everyone's internet is that good to be live streaming games, just like how PS Now is not doing very well because too many people is unable to live stream their video games.
Or like that one rapper who tried to sell consoles.
Oh shit, yeah, Soda Boy.
Yeah,
Their situation is a little bit different, but still.
See, I think the only reason that streaming is ever becoming a thing, I'm talking about the game streaming looking thing. The only reason that's ever being, what's the word for it? It's being praised. It's being bought. Everyone's eating it up like candy. Is because they don't understand how it works, and then when they go and try it, it's like, oh yeah, it kind of works.
It's garbage.
Yeah, it's like
I'm kind of like Nvidia's Shield.
Yeah. For example, one of my friends, he's not that technically savvy, but he's smart. He's just not technically savvy. He played Gears of War on his tablet, and the Gears of War on his tablet I saw was really input laggy and skipping frames and whatever. And he was like, "Oh, well, it's just because I'm playing it on an iPad." No, fam, you're playing it on a shitty internet connection. That's the problem. Also, even the best internet connection you have, unless you are tethered to your machine, unless you are wired with Ethernet, you're going to have a shitty Wi-Fi connection. That's the facts.
Or if you have gigabit connection.
Well, fair, but there was a gaming streaming service for PC called LiquidSky. And LiquidSky is a great way to get into PC gaming if you don't know how the effects of PC gaming are. Now, LiquidSky, and I'm pretty sure I got that name right. It's been a year or so since I've heard of it. But LiquidSky is essentially they have a bunch of huge, awesome gaming PCs in a server someplace, and what you do is you basically pay to access
on their server. Are they renting out space from their PCs on their servers to power your games on your system through the internet, basically?
Yeah, kind of. What you're actually doing is you're streaming their PC through like a remote access tool. Yeah. So essentially you're using a very high speed connection that they claim is really high speed and worth it, and essentially you're gaming on an internet connection, but you're connected to a computer that's like cities away from you. So that's how streaming works, and it's not the best way to game at all. It's actually worse than gaming, like for example on a console. So if you're streaming to a console from your iPad or whatever, it's going to be even worse because you're not only dealing with really low frame rate, but also a shitty internet connection.
Yeah, that's the reason why Nvidia never started renting out their gaming PCs over the internet for it, because the internet's not there yet for that.
Yeah, I mean, the internet has a long way to go before streaming games on a mobile device is going to be even close to feasible. 5G is coming out, and I did a lot of research on that for a school project, but even that's not going to fix it.
No, the only way you can do it is you have a gigabit connection, gigabit far and few in between, because it hasn't gone through all the proper channels yet to be a large number for everyone to use it.
Yeah, there's just too many people in America right now. The infrastructure would not be able to handle huge amounts of data transfers every second. Not going to happen.
Now, in other countries where their internet's a lot better, maybe this is a valuable option for them.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure as hell not over here.
Yeah. We'll just continue. We have only 2 minutes, but I'm sure the last minute and a half is just him. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you want more. Hit that. So we'll probably only have a minute left.
This is Colt Eastwood. Thank you so much for watching. This was a difficult video to make because for 2 or 3 years
I just heard what you said.
Yeah, we can
I gotta rewind that because that was funny.
Yep.
Their business. This is Colt Eastwood. Thank you so much for watching. This was a difficult video to make.
Oh, he's done.
For 2 or 3 years, I played mostly on PC.
Oh, he's not
done. I enjoyed
done.
the benefits of Steam, Origin, Uplay, Windows Store, Battle.net, etc. And to make that experience more enjoyable, it helped to create a console-like experience on a great hardware build on my PC by launching most everything from Steam so that my library was in one place. But now I mostly play on the Xbox and the PS4, and it's strange to see exclusivity spread across PC. I don't think as many would be upset if Epic Game Store was more developed. And with how much money they're raking...
Wait, no. That's not the problem.
It's just shady business practices that the problem.
Exactly. And it's not even, there's not exclusivity spreading across PC gaming. It's you're not excluded from using their services. People just choose not to use them. There's a difference.
Yep.
A big difference.
Whereas I'm being forced to pay for a console to play a game, yes, that is exclusive. That is very exclusive, and it only makes a shit ton of money for the corporation. Whereas if I choose to not buy a single game from Epic Games or whatever, if there was one game I choose not to buy from their store and I choose to buy it on another store because it's either cheaper or there's a lot more features on Steam than there are on Epic Games or whatever, that's different than just being exclusive. That's just a consumer choice that I make. This is very different. So he's again just trying to divide the community, which first of all, as soon as he said thank you, this has been Colt Eastwood, I thought he was done, and then he just kept blabbing.
And they need to hurry up and put that investment back into the store to create a great experience for people that want to use the Epic Game Store. Also, Zocker, who we heard from earlier about the Epic Store situation, also made a video about this on his channel, and I'm going to link it in the description. I highly suggest that you subscribe to his channel, check it out. He does very similar content talking about PC gaming, console gaming, and just gaming in general.
Rewind it for
What's up?
Rewind it for a minute.
Play on the
that
Xbox and the PS4, and it's strange to see exclusivity
because
spread
he shows
across
his
PC.
friend's subscriber count.
I don't think as many would be upset if Epic Game
and
Store
I want to pause
was
it
more
when he
developed.
goes to his friend page.
And with how much money they're raking in,
can I mention how shit he is at Borderlands?
Yeah,
like he is getting destroyed.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I just had to point that out. He's not aiming for headshots.
No,
he's just getting mauled on in the middle of nowhere. Like he's shit at this game.
He's 3 levels higher than his enemy too.
And he's already on half health. That is sad.
Yeah.
Okay, I just had to say that.
And put that investment back into the
sad.
store to create a great experience for people that want to use
He's missing
the
too.
Epic Game Store. Also, Zocker, who we heard from earlier about the Epic Store situation, also made a video about this on his channel, and I'm going to link.
Why should anyone listen to a person with only 1,800 subscribers? You know what I mean? They don't know what they're talking about. The subscriber count's low. Why is anyone listening to them to begin with?
I'll just pretend that I have higher than 260 subs at this point. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm just saying their opinions are stupid. They're asinine. Their subscriber counts prove it.
Yeah, I mean, I personally think my opinions are pretty good. I just haven't gotten him as much publicity.
This
So-
person basically ran around in a circle the entire video, talking about why Steam is bad, why Epic is bad, and why the consoles are the greatest thing in the world. And then at the end, he's trying to build up Epic for what reason?
Yeah. And I don't know. I'm surprised he has more subs than I do.
It's a shocker.
It is a shocker. I can't believe it.
Link it in the description. I highly suggest
And he's gonna go
that you
ahead and
subscribe to his
promote
channel.
that
Check it
other
out.
channel.
He does very
Of
similar
course he is.
content talking about PC
How
gaming,
many subs
console
does this
gaming, and just
motherfucker
gaming in
have?
general.
Like over 60,000.
So go check out
Are you
his channel.
serious?
But
Yeah,
I want to
he's
know
got
what you think about
60,000
this whole
fanboys after him.
situation and where you
I'm
play
trying
most
to
of
figure
your
out what the
games.
fuck I did
If you
wrong.
like-
Videos like this can just be all over YouTube.
You know
He
what?
played-
Just start another account, advertise on it, rank in that ad money, and just spread the same bullshit they're saying. It's easy money.
Fucking
Because people listen to that, because that's how fucking shitty everyone is with their dumbass researched opinions. They can't
Yeah.
think for themselves. They have to listen to other people, and as soon as that comes out, then they have to listen to corporations, and obviously what corporations say is the way to go.
it's like iPhone users.
Oh my god.
All right, man. Let's continue.
Oh, I think it's over now. He's
Like to
just
talk to me
saying,
directly,
hey,
follow me
in the
on
comments.
Xbox Live
Yeah, see.
and Twitter at
He's
Cole
just
Eastwood.
giving out like that
Subscribe to the
endless
channel if you like this
skill
kind of
of
content.
of
and
He
hit
hasn't
the bell
killed
to
that
be
midget
notified for new
sharpshooter
videos
yet.
each week.
Yeah.
I know people are going to
Oh,
assume
then
that I don't
let's
care
stop
for
it.
PC or that this video.
Yeah. He's bad at the game. I can't watch it anymore. I had a new tab open almost the whole time because I can't fucking watch that.
It's just horrible.
So
He's
before we go, as you see, I posted in a Discord I wanted to check out just 1 minute of this video of what the guy from Borderlands 3 said about their fan base.
oh, okay. Here.
Where'd you post it at?
We'll just go like this. And it's at 8:31, right?
Yeah.
Completely innocent
I'll
video
move it up
to
to
this
8:31,
memory
hold on.
stick to as he describes it. Honestly, it's just great seeing
Okay.
devs like Randy Bitchford over here cry victim whenever they get backlash from people when they do something they know is going to piss people off for a quick cash grab. I mean, Randy, you might as well have come out and just said this.
I don't give a fuck about any of you. I am in this for your money and your money only. That's all I care about. All right? I don't do it to entertain people. That's just a fucking scam. I don't give a fuck about any of you. I really hope you die of cancer. I hate every single one of you. Fuck
Holy
the
shit.
fans. No sarcasm. No joking. Fuck the fans. Thank you.
Something I've noticed,
Why?
something very interesting.
Wait, why would he say that?
So I just want to know, was that really him that said that?
I don't think it was. I think he was just saying that's what Randy Pitchford should say. Because he feels betrayed that a corporation doesn't care about its consumers. Said every corporation ever.
Okay. Because I just wanted to make sure and then not want to jump the gun and make a whole different video about this.
I just think it's
I
someone
don't-
overreacting over nothing, personally.
I don't know. The title of the video says that the Gearbox CEO attacks fans.
This is the first I've heard about it, personally.
Yeah, that might have been actual audio recording, and the person who played that video, was being a little satirical, a little bit funny, and tried to say, "Oh, you might as well have just said," and then put an audio recording of him saying some really inflammatory shit.
Yeah, I think Randy Pitchford came out and said he didn't care what the fans think of his decisions.
Well, he did come out.
He didn't tell him to get cancer and die.
He did came on Twitter and attacked the fan base and start talking shit. He did do that, but that's for a whole
So-
different.
To be honest, he has every right to, because the corporation's going to do what they want. I keep telling people, vote with your wallet if you don't want this shit to happen.
Exactly. Yeah, on it, that's pretty strongly worded. Now, I'm just going based on the assumption that was actual recording, But I mean, this strong opinions and like a lot of words said there, but like, you know, not like I give a shit, but I don't know why he would say that. If he's a Gearbox CEO and he's saying fuck the fans, that is the quickest way to go bankrupt, period.
Maybe he doesn't care anymore.
Maybe.
I don't think he even wanted to make Borderlands 3. I think he was forced into it.
That makes sense to me. I have no problem with him doing that. Like,
Because,
shit,
like, how many years has it been since he released a Borderlands game?
long ass time ago, probably. I
'Cause you
haven't
can't count
studied on
pre-sequel.
that.
Can't count pre-sequel because the pre-sequel was garbage. He released the last one back in 2010, maybe 2012.
Yeah. So it's been almost a decade then, at
Yeah.
least.
Yep.
So I don't know. Maybe he's just upset. That's the quickest way to fucking lose
Like
fans.
It's like the Metro Exodus dub.
Right?
Oh,
He
he was
committed
just
suicide. He committed suicide.
Oh, damn.
No, I mean literally when he came out and said about his fan base that followed the game, he basically committed gaming suicide because
Oh,
he
okay.
stuck his foot in his mouth and he aggravated an already angry community.
Mhm.
Yeah, see that marketing strategy. I've heard in a business class, one of my friends went to. I think there was a whole unit about pleasing the customers, and I think in one of them, the best strategy to please the customer is to go and tell them to get cancer and fucking kill themselves, and that you don't care about them.
Well, that's definitely how you do it, man. That's
Well,
definitely how
and
you
I
do it.
think the teacher's full of shit too, because I don't think that's the best way to do it. You have to actually get a witch hunt on all your fans. You have to. So this is what you have to do. This would be the
You have to
ideal
pull a Disney.
situation.
You got to pull a Disney.
No, see what you have to do is you as Sony. Okay, so just imagine you're a Sony CEO. You have to take all of your all the Microsoft fans, and then get them to talk shit to your own Sony fans. That is the ultimate way to gain popularity right there. That's Twitter headlines right there. You will have so many people with 1,000 followers saying XD, this is so funny, XD.
No, I think Disney did it better when the whole Miss Marvel movie came out and everyone said the movie was shit. They demonized the whole fan base, said they were man-child, racist, woman-hating basement dwellers, some shit.
And forced the movie theaters to play nothing but her movies for a
And Disney
whole day.
brought out most of those tickets in those theaters opening week. They
Damn.
brought their own tickets.
That's sad.
Because a lot of movie theaters reported that there was no customers in those theaters.
Oh, how
What?
funny.
Yeah.
Hold on, isn't that illegal?
No, it's not.
Oh, that's hilarious.
But you're fudging the numbers to make it look like these people is actually watching a movie.
Yeah, because the movie
I
was
wouldn't
that
want
bad.
it to be illegal. I wouldn't want it to be illegal for me to buy a bunch of tickets in my own name to boost the popularity of a show that I'm a fan of. Hey, if I wanted to buy the same fucking ticket over and over because I'm retarded, don't arrest me for that.
Hold on, yeah, that is that you're trying to show your shareholders people supporting you when there's nobody supporting you.
Oh, I totally misunderstood the question then. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, that's illegal.
yeah, because
That's manipulating sales. That is illegal.
yeah.
Right? It's not criminally illegal, but it is a civil offense.
But it's the whole point. It's the same premises of what Randy Pitchford basically said to his fans.
That's
Disney
true.
corrupting and saying people love the movie, but people hate the movie. Disney erased reviews off of Rotten Tomato because they didn't agree with the movie.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Had people blocked and boycotted, like the whole Star Wars thing. People who didn't like Star Wars The Last Jedi were man-child babies who hated women because the female character, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, all this slander garbage. Yeah, it's crazy.
And then Captain America comes out and says a bunch of bullshit.
Alright guys, it's like 1:32 a.m. here.
Oh.
And my medicine is about to wear off.
I'm so happy I live on the West Coast. 11 o'clock, bitches. What up?
Oh, excuse the fuck out of me.
I'm so happy I just moved into his house with him, man. I get all the dispensary I want.
Yeah, that is one huge positive.
That is what's up. I am tired and need to take my medicine again. Any parting words y'all would like to say before I end this?
Don't listen to dumbasses like this guy.
Yeah. Research your fucking opinion. Uh, stay in school too, because you kind of need to do that
Yes, sir.
nowadays. So.
And always make sure you know both sides of the argument before you try to believe jackass on YouTube who can't even make a valid argument. Stone guy.
Oh, that is so annoying how people will only stick to their own side. Like, at least understand where the other side is coming from. There's no, like, I hate it when people try to argue to be right and they don't argue to be, like, the whole point of an argument is to learn from the other side, learn other people's shit.
It's basically like the Ku Klux Klan.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They got their opinion. You can't persuade them, and console gamers the same way. I'm just waiting for him to start the million console march.
Right.
Oh shit.
I'll probably count this as my next video after 9 months, maybe? Question mark? No? Or am I still inactive?
Hopefully you become active after this. We would love to see you, man.
I would love to see me too, but I see too much of me every day, so I need.
You'll probably watch this video later, and Jackal will have me all edited out. He'll edit out every one of my parts.
Yeah, no, I have this really bad habit actually of rewatching all of my videos because I'm like a perfectionist. I get really critical of my own self. And it's gotten to the point. By the way, I can't stand my own voice. I just can't. So I end up listening on a really small level and trying to pretend that I know what I'm saying because I can't listen to my own voice. So, which is funny because a lot of people say I have a radio voice, which I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I'll just assume it's a bad thing because I can't fucking stand my voice.
Yeah.
So, but I do listen to all the points I make like a few days afterward to see if I'm actually talking a bunch of shit. But that's more than any of these peasants do, where they just like post a video, get views, get affirmation, and any hate comments that they get or whatever isn't disagreement. No. It's actually this person is against me. They're another fucking PC Master Race faggot. So
yeah. But see, what I'm saying is, in a couple of days when Suffering or Jackal uploads this video, it'll have him doing all the talking to the entire video, and he'll have us dubbed out.
Do you know how much time and effort that would take? I don't got time to do all that, motherfucker.
Yo, hire me to do it, and then I'll end up just talking the whole way. That'll be it. An hour of me talking, and then 3 minutes of Suffering, and then what?
If you have me do it, it'd just be a porno.
Yeah, fuck the 2-hour thing that you just gave me. I'm just gonna spend another 10 minutes in front of the camera doing my thing. Not me, but you know what I mean.
And the title PC Master Race.
Alright, thanks for coming on. I am about to end it.
All right, perfect. I had a great time.
You too.